gals, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Joy, and we've got some breaking news. We actually have body cam footage of what happened at the rally. This is pretty big, and how we've gotten it is also crazy. This story just keeps getting crazier and crazier, and I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. To make sure to get all that information, guys, make sure and subscribe, hit that notification bell as well. Guys, as you're going through this with me, sound off in the comments, tell me what you see and what you hear, but I'm going to show you this, and I want to show you how this was obtained, and it's graphic, sensitive content. Want you to be aware of what you're about to see here. But this is of what happened after they got the shooter. So we'll go ahead and take a look, but I want to show you guys exactly how this came to be. So we have it right here. This is from Chuck Grassley, U.S. Senator, family farmer, lifetime resident of New Hartford, Iowa. Also follow for new information. So he is a senator from Iowa. And he says, sensitive content. July 13th body cam footage provides more info than Secret Service will share with America. We need detailed answers ASAP on security failures. Transparency brings accountability. The video obtained from Beaver Co. Emergency Services Unit in compliance with congressional requests. Now, I want you to see before we show this video, this is also what was put out. New, my office has obtained documents from law enforcement on July 13th assassination attempt of President Trump. I'm writing Secretary Service Acting Director Rowe and DHS Secretary Mayorkas again to get badly needed answers and clarity. And it says from the United States Senate, via electronic transmission, the Honorable Alejandro Mayorkas, Security Department of Homeland Security. And it says, Dear Secretary Mayorkas and Acting Director Rowe, I write to you again, request the Secret Service Operational Security Plan and related records for the July 13th, 2024 campaign event held by former President Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania. My office has received records related to the apparent location of some law enforcement posts during the July 13th, 2024 event, to include Butler County and Beaver County Emergency Service units with assigned at the AGR building. My office has also obtained the below color-coded document indicating what appears to be some state law enforcement sectors for the Trump rally, and the document notes each sector and highlighted by order of importance. Is this document accurate? Did local law notes each sector and highlighted by order of importance? Is this document accurate? Did local law enforcement have the shared responsibility with Secret Service to cover the AGR building? To better understand the full security posture of the event, the Secret Service must provide equivalent records. So you can see this down here. And then a couple other things here. Additional records I've obtained show that a Secret Service counter unnamed aerial system UAS operator was on the personnel list assigned to the July 13th, 2024 event. And then Director Cheadle testified yesterday that there are times during a security plan that the Secret Service does employ an asset like a drone. Yet, it's reported that the gunman flew a video-capable drone over the event site hours before former President Trump took the stage, which may have helped him plan the attack. Is that reporting accurate? Is the below document correct? And you can see communications list, and you can see all of these things listed down here. So then we have one more, it looks like they put up here. On July 16th, 2024, I wrote to DHS and the Secret Service requesting information and records about the catastrophic security failures that resulted in the July 13th, 2024 assassination attempt on former President Trump, which resulted in one person being killed and two others being seriously wounded. On July 20th, 2024, I provided DHS and the Secret Service portions of the email related to post standards and requested to know the total number of post standards at the Jill Biden and Trump events on July 13th, 2024, as well as the total number of federal personnel present at the Trump rally. Recently, I've also obtained video footage of the aftermath of the shooting in which local law enforcement can be heard discussing drone availability to clear the water tower. The Secret Service must provide its operational security plan showing the locations and roles of all federal personnel assigned to secure the July 13th, 2024 event. Please provide answers to the following no later than July 30th, 2024. Did USSS local or state law enforcement deploy UAS or counter UAS for the July 13th, 2024 rally? If not, why not? If yes, provide a detailed description of their use. Did the USSS receive requests from local or state law enforcement agencies to operate UAS and or counter UAS before or during July 13th, 2024 event? If yes, did the USSS, sorry, there's 3 of them, provide these requests? If not, why not? Was there an unauthorized UAS intrusion within the restricted airspace of the event? If so, when? Please provide all records. Was the counter UAS operator aware of the intrusion and when? Did the counter UAS operator deploy countermeasures in response to the unauthorized intrusion? If not, why not? If yes, provide records of the countermeasures deployed. I love these questions, guys. Who at USSS was responsible for making the final decisions to deploy UAS or counter UAS for July 13th, 2024 event? Provide all records between and among USSS, local law enforcement, state law enforcement, sheriffs, and federal law enforcement related to the use of UAS and counter UAS for the July 13th, 2024 event with former President Trump. Since January 2021, has the USSS deployed UAS or counter UAS during campaign events and rallies? If yes, provide a detailed description of their use, including but not limited to the date, location, event, protectee, and number of UAS or counter UAS deployed. Provide all DHS and USSS guidance policies and similar documents concerning training requirements for the UAS and counter UAS and a detailed description of the training. Was the water tower cleared in advance of the rally? If not, why not? And did the water tower have any role in the events on the Trump rally? Please describe, because as we've been saying, and I've been saying, and you guys have heard, many people interviewed who were at the event said there were also shots coming from the water tower, but we just completely overlooked that like it never happened. And now, what you guys are actually here for, I wanted to show you all this because at least we do have people in our government working to try to get us answers when we know the Secret Service won't say anything. And the FBI has been keeping shut, and it looks like the FBI possibly, allegedly, had been visiting his house because there were cell phones pinged at his location, at his home and his work to FBI offices in DC. Weird, because I guess this loner kid who never did anything, went anywhere, had no friends, traveled a lot, because that's something we've heard. But now I want to show you guys the video. And guys, the video I'm going to show you, this is blurred out so I can actually show you without getting in trouble. So I want you to be aware. Go through this with me. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you hear. I'm curious to see what you pick up on too. Here we go.
So this is the guy
yes, that they sent yes, Beaver County sniper scene and sent the pictures out. This is him.
Okay. All right.
Rifle right there, obviously.
Got it. So the bike in the back. Is he on that bike?
We don't know.
We don't know. So
I
you're
don't
just
know.
treating that as suspicious device.
Correct.
1 second. I believe the sniper that seen these and sent the pictures is right inside this building. Michelle, is Greg in there? All right, so if you go to that window that's open and yell for Greg, that's the sniper that sent the original pictures and seen him come from the bike and set the book back down and then lost sight of him.
Okay.
He's the one that sent the pictures out. I don't know if you got the same ones I did.
I think I did, yeah. He's like got his glasses on and he's
So we had the picture of that.
I got that
okay,
picture.
and then this is his bike with the stuff. And our sniper seen him walking away from that, I believe.
Okay.
But he would be right inside that window. He's the one that physically seen this, sent the pictures, and called it out.
Okay, so, and we have somebody detained, correct?
There
That
were
I
two
don't know.
people detained on this side.
Our guy that was just up here told me that there's a guy detained who's the owner of the bike. And I said, no, I think that's the owner of the bike.
Yeah, basically, when I got
We've been up here, so we wouldn't know that information.
we just hauled ass. We got over here.
Right, got it.
We hopped up over it.
Yeah, that's no problem. Is that all your stuff?
That was one of our.
Yeah, so someone came up looking to treat him and
Yes.
Copy. Gas is off to the building, just so you know.
Thank you.
ESP had some.
Yeah, they do. I talked to the guy. Those people detained were filming.
Water was notified. They authorized.
Maybe they were involved. Maybe they weren't.
Will start somebody.
Other than that, I haven't heard anybody.
Well, I think it's the guys that saw them filming were like, oh, they were filming us, and then filming the guy up on the roof, and then filming us. And then when the shots started firing, they like tried to run away. It was like, isn't that what everybody would do that have a phone? You know, I'm not saying they weren't involved, but you know what I mean? Like that.
It's up in the air right now, right?
Right. So I got no problem detaining them. But again, I'm just trying to detain those guys, find out what they know, who they are, whatever. I'm trying to get clear information to relay back to DC.
Breach control for the water tower.
We have one shooter deceased. I think we have 3 victims in the crowd. Is that, did you guys hear that too?
That I'm not sure.
So I heard 1 deceased, 2 life-flighted.
I know 2 helicopters did take off.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know how many
Hello?
victims.
Where you're deceased?
Level 1 command. We have access to a drone. Clear this water tower.
Any LE?
No, that's incorrect.
I will try to confirm.
One Secret Service actually that was the one that was in the vehicle.
In the van.
And, the vehicle there.
Did he survive? Copy.
All right, you can see some of those tense moments.
All right, guys, so I went ahead and I showed you the edited version because it's blurred out, so I don't get in trouble on here. I think I said that earlier. So the first thing is, did you see that trail of what looks like some liquid substance on the top of the roof? I think that is possibly the shooter, his stuff coming out. Okay, some of this was hard for me to actually hear and make out, but the fact, like, they didn't, and I know this had just happened, right? So let's kind of give some leeway and some room here. It had just happened, but they saw suspicious activity when he was riding his bike around. And we know he had a bike, but what about that vehicle with all of the explosives and all of the stuff found in it? Like, and also, like, it just sounds like they don't know what's going on and nobody really knows what they're talking about. And again, I know things just happened, but it's going to get really interesting to see what else comes up. I want that body cam footage from when they actually shot him. I want to also hear what was going on in everybody's earpieces, what was being communicated and what was being said. Because so far it sounds like they're wanting to detain the people that had filmed it and were trying to like warn the police of what was going on. I don't know. Nothing yet makes sense with this. Nothing makes sense. Also, guys, I want to go over some of the comments on this video because they're pretty good. One says, show the body cam footage of the cop that tried to go up on the roof. Remember they said that like the cop tried to go up on the roof and then retreated, but then we found out that the cops had to hoist each other up on the roof, and then when he pointed the gun at the cops dropped the cop on the ground. I thought there were ladders, and that's another thing. He had a 5'5" ladder that he apparently used to get up on the roof, but that means the building's only 5.5 feet tall, but there was already a ladder, so why did we go ahead and get that ladder? So if he's running around with, let's say, a 12-foot ladder, right? Because buildings are tall, nobody said anything? There's just so many questions and so many things that don't make sense because we've just been lied to. So it says it's clear these guys are having a difficult time standing on that roof. That's another thing. Did it seem like it was a real difficult time being up there for everybody because it's so slanty? Because it's just such a slanty roof. It's a good comment. Another one, unprofessional and an absolute embarrassment to our country. Yep. The level of bumbling incompetence is overwhelming. It sure is. A Secret Service and FBI should not be allowed to investigate this event. No, they should not. We need a private investigators to come in. I fully agree with that. The oversight PR, like what they had to say about this. The counter snipers had eyes on the guy before the shooting, identified him as suspicious, and even took his picture, yet the guy was able to pop off multiple rounds before they neutralized him. Let that sink in. You can't argue with that. You can't argue with that. Why in the HELL didn't they get Trump off the stage and pause the rally the second they even thought there might be a shooter? Breaking news from the Secret Service. It was Colonel Mustard, the library with the candlestick. Did someone say, do we have access to a drone to clear the water tower? Clear indication that was left unsecure as well. What happened to the water tower? And I did hear that when they were talking about this. They're just talking about the water tower. But we're told, don't look there. Don't look there. Why was Trump allowed to go on stage if they were aware of a threat? The question has not been answered and reflects badly on SS and law enforcement. How soft this country's become when a strong viewer discretion is advised. Warning for tense moments. There wasn't even a tense moment. This looks like a bunch of inexperienced county cops trying to secure a murder scene. That's exactly what it looks like to me. So we have a little more information on this too, guys. We got an article. And I like reading these articles because sometimes things will come up that you don't see other places or they catch things you might not. Bodycam video shows Secret Service response on roof after Trump rally shooter killed. In Butler, newly released bodycam footage shows police on the roof where Donald Trump's would-be assassin shot the former president during the deadly July 13th rally in Butler. Republican Senator Chuck Grassley of Iowa shared the video on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, on Tuesday. The video was obtained from the Beaver County Emergency Service Unit after requests from Congress, and he wrote, "The video appears to show Thomas Matthew Crooks lying deceased after being shot and killed by Secret Service personnel." And this is the stuff that we'd said before. Early in the day, the head of state of police testified before Congress that Butler ESU passed along information about Crooks appearing suspicious to state police, who then shared that with Secret Service. So short, and that's something we've heard too. The Secret Service keep trying to blame the police. And it sounds like the police, from what we can see, took the steps and did everything right. I hope the police release their body cams, release any recordings they have, because at this point, I'm on the side of the police. I think it's really gross that they try to throw the police under the bus, like this is what the police were supposed to do. No, this is the job of the Secret Service. And let's say they had limited funds and limited numbers of guys. Well, there should have been something, some strongly written letters, they love to do, some type of request going out. There should have been something to indicate we have lack of funds and we need more help. And I want to know where that is. Because at this point, unfortunately, Donald Trump is still not safe. I don't know that any of them are safe that have Secret Service. I mean, Biden's perfectly fine if he's even still with us. Apparently, he's supposed to address everybody on Wednesday. I don't really know how I feel about that because I don't trust anything. I hate that I'm in this position with our government, with the world, where I just trust nothing from these people now. But I hope that each side, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, realize you cannot trust them. They're all feeding you a fairy tale. And the reason Trump is so popular, aside from everything else we've seen, all the lies that are dispelled and everything they've put him through, is that for a lot of us, he doesn't necessarily fall on one side or the other, and we think he's the best shot at getting this country in a decent-ish place. Unfortunately, we think Trump, many of us think he is the most likely to not diddle a kid, and that's how we pick our presidents. After hearing that, guys, what do you think? I'm a little disappointed because I wanted more. I wanted to see more. I wanted to hear more from this. I wanted more, but at least we got something. At least there's a senator trying, and hopefully more are going to step up and try, because honestly, it's not just Trump. Everybody's life's on the line now. When are they coming for you? All right, guys, tell me your thoughts. Sound off in the comments. Tell me what you saw, what you heard. As well, guys, if you like this video and you want to be kept up to date, make sure and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and leave me a like. That just personally helps me spread this content. All right, guys, till the next video, I'm giving everybody hugs, kisses, stay safe, and as always, your girl will see you soon. Bye.